All right, picture this. Imagine two people, and they are earning exactly the same salary. Now, let's fast forward 5 years into the future. One of them, well, they've got healthy savings, growing investments, and they're genuinely enjoying real financial freedom. But the other person? They're drowning in debt, sweating over every single bill, and just living paycheck to paycheck. So in today's Explainer, we're tackling a massive question. What actually made the difference between those two people? I'll tell you right now, it wasn't luck. No way. It wasn't some genius-level IQ either. And shockingly, it wasn't even their income. The real, tangible difference? It was their daily money habits. So today we are going to uncover the 10 money habits that are quietly keeping millions of people poor.
Okay, let's dive into this. It is so easy to look at earner A and earner B and just assume we're stuck in one of those categories forever, right? But look, if you recognize any of earner B's habits in yourself today, I want you to know something right out of the gate. Our goal here is to hold up a mirror, not a magnifying glass. There is absolutely no judgment here. The entire purpose of this explainer is to help you spot these invisible traps and change your trajectory before it's too late. Because the truth is, habits can totally be unlearned, and your financial future can absolutely be rewritten.
To make sense of all this, we're going to deconstruct these bad habits by grouping them into 4 major financial shifts. We'll cover the spending trap, failing to plan, earning and education, and finally, the psychology of wealth.
All right, jumping right in. Section 1, the dangerous spending trap.
You know, the spending trap catches so many of us completely off guard the literal second a paycheck hits our bank account. But the critical difference between the wealthy and, well, everyone else really just comes down to understanding assets and liabilities. An asset puts money into your pocket, while a liability takes money out. Simple, right? The problem isn't buying nice things, it's buying things you can't truly afford, usually just to maintain an image. Rich people buy assets first. Poor people often buy liabilities first. Every single month that you spend more than you earn, you are actively making life so much harder for your future self. Instead, if you can just live below your means and save even 10% of your income every month, that one little shift can completely revolutionize your financial future over time.
True wealth is invisible. That is such a powerful quote. See, one of the biggest financial traps out there is trying to look rich. People buy these crazy expensive watches, luxury cars, designer clothes, simply because they want other people to admire them. But here's the stark truth straight from our source material. Most people are way too busy thinking about themselves to actually care what you're wearing. Real wealth doesn't always look impressive on social media. True wealth is investments, it's emergency savings, it's high-value skills and businesses. Those are the invisible things that build actual, lasting financial freedom.
And hey, that brings us to the ultimate enabler of that fake image, the credit card. Now, credit cards aren't evil, but they become incredibly dangerous when you treat them like free money. High-interest debt grows astonishingly fast. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. So before you buy anything, I want you to ask yourself this stark, pattern-interrupting question. If I had to pay cash today, would I still buy this? Just take a second and really think about it. If the answer is no, do not buy it. You've got to treat high-interest cards with extreme caution, always pay your balance on time, and just avoid that unnecessary debt trap entirely.
Moving right along to Section 2, failing to plan and save.
If you've ever stared at your bank account at the end of the month and thought, where on earth did all my money go? Well, the 50-30-20 rule is exactly how you fix it. And this brilliantly illustrates that concept. A lot of people think budgeting is just for people who are broke, but actually, scratch that. Many millionaires track every single dollar they spend. Why? Because what gets measured gets managed. A budget doesn't restrict you, it simply gives every dollar a job. It's 50% to your absolute needs, 30% to your wants, and a strict 20% is locked in for savings and investing. Setting up a simple visual system like this helps you completely avoid overspending.
Here's the thing. Most people have this terrible habit of saying, oh, I'll just save whatever's left at the end of the month. But we all know exactly how that story ends, right? After paying bills, ordering takeout, going out with friends, there is literally nothing left. Successful people completely reverse this process. The absolute second they receive income, they save first. Then they spend the rest. It's a concept called paying yourself first. And I'm telling you, it is widely considered one of the most powerful financial habits in the entire world.
But obviously, you can't pay yourself first if you don't even know what you're saving for. Imagine trying to drive to a new city without a map or GPS. Treating money without a clear destination is exactly like that. You absolutely need clear financial goals to help you make better decisions. So, start simple. Goal 1. Save your first $1,000. Next, build a 6-month emergency fund. Then, make a concrete plan to become debt-free. Finally, commit to investing every single month. The clearer these goals become in your mind, the better your daily financial decisions are going to be.
Which brings us to Section 3, Income and Financial Education.
When it comes to how we earn and understand our money, there is a massive, glowing red warning sign when it comes to relying on a single paycheck. Never depend on a single source of income. Just imagine for a second losing your only source of income tomorrow. What would actually happen? That thought alone is terrifying, right? So the crucial point is, relying on just one paycheck is an immense risk in today's world. Having a backup or a secondary stream of income dramatically reduces your financial stress and provides a really critical safety net.
Now, the great news here is that creating that safety net has literally never been easier. There are just countless, highly accessible ways anyone can build a secondary stream of income today. I mean, we're talking freelancing, content creation, selling digital products, investing, affiliate marketing, starting online businesses, you name it. You don't need to launch a massive company to do this. Even a very small, consistent second income stream completely changes your risk profile and brings you incredible peace of mind.
But listen, to effectively build those streams, you've got to have the right education. School teach us math, science, history, the whole shebang, but very few of us are ever actually taught how money works. That means we have to take it upon ourselves. We have to read the books, watch the educational explainers, and really learn about taxes, compound interest, saving, and investing. It's simple. The more financial knowledge you have, the better your decisions will be. Knowledge truly is an investment that pays forever.
Finally, let's hit Section 4, the psychology of wealth. So we've talked about spending, saving, and earning. But honestly, none of that matters even a little bit if your mindset isn't right. One of the absolute most destructive habits out there is waiting for the perfect time. People say, oh, I'll start saving next month, or I'll invest next year when things settle down, or I'll start my business someday. And you know what happens? Years pass and nothing changes. Listen to me, the perfect time does not exist. Starting with just $20 today is infinitely better than waiting years to start with $2,000. Why? Because small, consistent actions beat delayed perfection every single time. It is all about building the habit today, not stressing over the dollar amount tomorrow.
And look, once you start, you have to be willing to wait. So many people give up way too early because they expect instant success. But instant success? Total myth. Wealth does not happen overnight. Saving takes time. Investing takes time. Building a business takes time. The people who actually build real wealth are the ones who stay consistent even when they aren't seeing immediate results. Never forget this, patience is literally one of the highest paying financial skills you can ever develop.
So there you have it. We've broken down the spending traps, the lack of planning, the risks of a single income, and the psychology of wealth. Being poor isn't always about your income level. Very often it's actually about these invisible daily habits. But again, the amazing news is that habits can be changed. You don't have to become rich overnight. You simply have to start making smarter decisions. Which leaves me with one final provocative question for you. What smarter financial decision will you make today? Remember, changing your habits doesn't fix everything in a day, but starting your journey right now, today, well, that changes absolutely everything. I'll see you in the next explainer.